Hello everyone, welcome to Success Wisdom channel. In this video, we're going to talk about manage your money like the rich in 5 simple guides. If you're new to this channel, do like and subscribe to this channel. Money management is a difficult skill for anyone to master. Still, it is especially challenging for those not used to dealing with large sums of money. The rich people have an easier time managing their money because they have more experience and better resources. They also tend to be more disciplined when spending and saving. However, that does not mean that no one can manage their money like rich people. Anyone can learn to be a savvy money manager with the proper knowledge and tools. The key is to start small and gradually build up your skills. By learning about financial planning and investing, you can eventually develop the same expertise as rich people. In today's video, we'll be talking about managing your money like the rich. Even if you don't have a lot of money, you can still make your money work for you. You have to follow these 5 simple guides. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. First, don't overspend. It's a common misconception that the only way to become wealthy is to overspend and live beyond your means. In reality, many of the wealthiest people are pretty frugal. They understand that money doesn't grow on trees and they are careful not to overspend on unnecessary luxuries. Instead, they focus on investing their money wisely and building up their savings. This disciplined approach to money management is one of the keys to achieving financial security. Many millionaires and billionaires live relatively modest lifestyle. For example, Facebook co-founder Mark Zuckerberg, worth an estimated $72 billion, wears basic gray t-shirts and jeans most days. Another example is Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest men globally with a net worth of over $111 billion. Yet, he still lives in the same humble house he bought more than 64 decades ago and drives an inexpensive car. These examples prove that you don't have to overspend or live extravagantly. One of the critical habits of successful people is living below their means. By spending less than they earn and investing the difference, they can gradually increase their wealth over time. And while it may not be as exciting as buying a new car or going on luxurious vacations, living below your means is a proven path to financial success. Second, pay yourself first. When it comes to personal finances, the rich have a different mindset than the average person. One of their cardinal rules is to pay themselves first. They automatically transfer a fixed percentage of their income into savings and investments before paying any other bills. As a result, they can consistently grow their wealth, even during tough economic times. While the rest of us struggle to make ends meet, the rich are getting richer. It's no wonder that they're often viewed as being out of touch with reality. But there's no need to be envious of the rich. We can all benefit from their wisdom by adopting the same strategy of paying ourselves first. It may not make us rich overnight, but it will help us build a sturdy foundation for our financial future. Third, utilize automatic savings and investing. When it comes to saving and investing, there are many different options out there. You can choose to put your money into a savings account, a CD, or even the stock market. However, it can be not easy to know where to start with so many choices. Luckily, several apps can help you make the most of your money. For example, Acorns is an app that automatically allows you to invest your spare change. This can be a great way to slowly but surely grow your portfolio without having to put a lot of thought into it. Another option is Digit, which helps you save money by automatically transferring small amounts of money into a separate account based on your spending patterns. Wealthy people can often achieve their financial goals because they utilize their savings and invest their money wisely. While not everyone has the same amount of money to work with, everyone can learn from the example of the wealthy and begin to save and invest their own money more effectively. Achieving financial stability is a goal that many people strive for, but unfortunately, it can often seem like an unattainable dream. The good news is that you can achieve the financial stability you desire with the proper research, strategies, and planning. Fourth, avoid debt. Debt is a serious issue that should be avoided if possible. There's an old saying that the two things you should never borrow are money and trouble. It's good advice and it's particularly relevant for debt. For many people, borrowing money can be a quick way to get into financial trouble. This is especially true for those who are already stretched thin financially. When you're struggling to make ends meet, taking on more debt can quickly spiral into a dangerous situation. This is one of the reasons why rich people tend to avoid debt. They understand that it's often easier to stay out of debt than to get out of debt. As a result, they tend to live below their means and save up for purchases instead of financing them. Wealthy people are often stereotyped as being materialistic and obsessed with money. However, many of them are pretty frugal and mindful of their spending. One of the ways they stay on budget is by carrying cash around with them. This helps prevent overspending, as it's much harder to impulsively buy something when you have to hand over money physically. It also helps to avoid debt, as it's much easier to track your spending when you're using cash instead of a credit or debit card. They also know that borrowing money comes with a cost. You have to pay interest on the loan, but you also have to pay taxes on the interest. And if you can't repay the loan, you could lose your home or your business. That's why rich people are so careful about taking on debt. They know that it's simply not worth the risk. Instead, they focus on building their assets and generating income without incurring any obligations. As a result, they can maintain their wealth and avoid the financial pitfalls that trap so many other people. So if you're considering taking on debt, do your research first and make sure you understand all the potential risks involved. Lastly, take advantage of the tax laws. The rich are often criticized for taking advantage of tax loopholes and sheltering their income from taxation. While it is true that the rich do have more opportunities to reduce their tax liability, it is also true that they pay a more significant percentage of their income in taxes than the middle class or the poor. The top 20% of earners pay nearly 70% of all federal taxes. The rich are not shirking their responsibility to contribute to society. They are simply using the available tools to minimize their tax liability. There are several reasons why the rich may choose to shelter their income from taxation. First, they may believe that they are already paying their fair share of taxes and thus want to minimize their exposure. Second, they may want to reinvest their money to create jobs and grow the economy. Third, they may believe that the government spends too much money and want to keep more of their money out of Uncle Sam's hands. There is nothing illegal or immoral about taking advantage of tax laws to reduce one's tax liability. The rich are not cheating anyone, they are simply using the system. Money management is not something that should be exclusive to the rich. By following a few simple guidelines, anyone can manage their money effectively. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you like this video, do give us a like and subscribe to the channel and comment down below. Thank you and goodbye.